It's 8:28 a.m. on Saturday, the 16th of March of 2019. Mhm. And I'm making these videos to explain the lawsuits, yes, and the crimes. Now, this due regard, yes, due consideration, given sufficient attention and weight to facts that are presented in a case, yes. From the time of being arraigned, I have the right to admit to the court, yes, in my defense, yeah, that I wasn't in Squim, Washington. The 10 months, oops, excuse me, that you made me go to court, Judge Porter, yes, at my own peril. Pooch. I wasn't there. I was on the bus that morning, yes. I could have presented at the time of arraignment the actual documentation that I was not in Squim, Washington. Yeah. Now, the mental health evaluation that you obligated, I could have, yeah, not had to go to court because I was not in Squim, Washington. Now, this thought that just because the police arrest somebody, yes, we're going to put him in jail, yes, then we're going to let the judge sort it out, and then the judge is not going to ask for any evidence for 10 to 16 months later. This idea of a speedy trial, yes, that's when there is a concern of the actual whereabouts of the individual. Right, right, right. But when I can say without a doubt, Judge, I slept at the Serenity House, yes, on the night of December 30th of 2015. Yes, I was on the bus that morning. Yes, I was in the Port Angeles Public Library that day. Poop. And then I went to an Oxford dance that night. Yes, on New Year's Eve of 2015. There's absolutely no need to have any additional court hearings. Now, you've been fucking up the actual due process of law. Instead of asking, yes, not guilty. Well, do you have any way that you can prove that? Well, I wasn't there, and this is where I was at, and you can see for yourself that there is no probable cause for the arrest. Now, the two-count criminal complaint in Jefferson County. When being arraigned, on a failure to appear $500,100 bail bond, I can say without a doubt that I had emailed the Port Angeles Police Department on June 16th of 2017. They did know where I was at that whole day. Yes, because the videos that were made that morning, yes, they did. And then the emails that I sent that afternoon, yes. And the community dinner that I went to that evening, yes. I was not in Brennan, Washington. Now, this due regard, fair consideration, given a sufficient attention and weight to the facts, you do not have to go through a speedy trial when you can prove incontrovertible fact, yes, that you were not in that city. Pouch! Now, for some reason, right now, this court and this law enforcement right now does not seem to understand that just because you arrest somebody, you have to prosecute them. Now, we had an experience, didn't we? In the month of February. Yes. Where someone said he has an alibi and he fact checked on the actual truth of the matter. Yes. And found out that I was residing here. Ouch. There was no way, yes, that I was in Squim, Washington at 11 p.m. Pooey. Now, this duly, as in suitably, according to legal requirements, properly executed according to law. Yes, suitably, according to legal requirements, properly executed according to law. This idea that you can actually execute according to a law the arrest of an individual right now. Every arrest was a fraudulent arrest that was not executed according to law. Yes, they could have asked me at the Port Angeles Library, where were you at? Well, it's not our job. See, you've been playing Squim, Port Angeles, Squim. Yes, you've been acting like you do not right now have to actually question the person before arresting them. Just because the Squim Police Department executes a warrant for an individual's arrest, yes, for the allegation of a crime that happened 14 days before that, because I was arrested on the 23rd and it happened on the 9th. Yes, yes. Or they said, well, he looks like the guy in a snowstorm. Yeah, we'll get him for theft too. The truth of the matter is, it was a wrongful execution, a warrant for arrest. Pouch! Now I'm going to sue you for that. Because you can't arrest somebody in a public library unless the library calls you. Yes, it causes an immense amount of fear to the children that are in the library. You can't 2 weeks later say, well, that was a guy for sure, for sure. And this whole thought of you, yes, execute.